Welcome to the 7th TROOPcast of the troops of UNSC Halo Clan, your source for the latest clan and Halo news along with other information. Sorry guys, we were gone for so long due to personal reasons, work, life, and temporarily shutting down the clan for a while. But we're back in action, and we're planning on going forward again. I'm UNSC Trekman, the leader and co-founder of the troops of UNSC. Co-hosting with me today is UNSC Guymer.
Hey, I'm going to be doing some work on cams at the moment, trying to figure out a system for that, so I'll get to you with that later.
Alrighty. UNSC Redemption.
Hello, guys.
And UNSC Tango as our returning CO. Yeah, you'll get to know a lot of us very easily and very frequently, and if you've watched our past TROOPcast, you should already know who we are and the fact that we're all crazy. That being said, the biggest thing in our clan news today is the fact that we are rebooting the clan. We're bringing it back as family, friends, and everything else that the clan has always embodied. We're glad to have it back up and running. That's partially thanks to 343 and the Halo 5 beta, and the fact that Halo 5 looks like it's going to be pretty cool. A couple of the first topics I want to talk about are some of the website upgrades. We've scaled it down, scaled it back, and then plugged in some more cool stuff. And Guymer, you were instrumental in assisting me with revamping and re-coordinating the website, so I appreciate your help on that. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And the second thing I really want to talk about is our current chain of command. Considering the fact that only 5 people have gotten with me, 4 people from the old clan, and have assisted me into getting us back together, I've decided that all 5 members, including myself, will be the primary leaders of the clan this time. So we are all the rank of general. That does include UNSC Cloud, aka Cloud 369, Guymer, UNSC Tango, and UNSC Redemption here, because we're all going to be spearheading this. We're all going to be doing our jobs, and we're going to be sharing responsibility equally. So, thanks guys. I'm glad you guys are with me, and I'm glad we're all together on this. Next up, Guymer, I'm going to let you take it away.
Alright, so when me and Trek was going through the website, we found some new stuff. We can play with stuff like that. We've edited the application process. So I thought, well, last time round, our introduction with cams, it was mostly in-game. It wasn't really that professional. It took too long. Players wasn't enjoying it, and people were just pissing around. So the idea now this time is to get it through quickly, but not rush it, make it efficient, make people enjoy it, and make sure that they're getting what they need, so they know about the rules, they know how the clan works, they know where to go to if they got problems, chain of command, everything like that. This is all like a beta right now, just ideas. Later on after this, the next few days, me and Trek are going to be going to the website, trying to figure out what we can do to get this into an online thing. So it's mainly going to be on the website with some in-game development as well, so you can see how the team works when we're in games. But yes, we also want to get some interactive lessons on the website. I think that'd be a really good idea, but I'm not sure how possible that's going to be. We'll look into it. And at the end of all of it, we're going to have a test, so you can graduate cams. If you don't pass the test, then I'm sure you can do it all again. As I don't know how long the process is going to be. As I say, I'll get back to you at a later date on that. But to conclude, it's something I want to get done ASAP, so we can start recruiting efficiently and effectively.
It's all about getting the tools and applying them.
Exactly.
And one of the things that we focused on last time in the clan, which is kind of why a big reason why the clan kind of fell apart, was our competitive side. We were pushing for game battles, we were pushing for MLG, and then Microsoft did a gloriously wonderful thing and pulled all their funding from MLG, and so MLG cut Halo from their Pro Series. When that happened, that pretty much destroyed the clan from the inside out, because everybody wanted to go pro, and they couldn't because there was no MLG. So, to talk about our new way of doing CT, or competitive training, I'm going to turn this over to Tango.
Heyo, heyo, heyo.
Heyo.
I apologize in advance for my lack of formality and my lack of even reasonable English, but I'm going to attempt at this. So...
You've always been tongue-tied, man.
Yeah.
Tongue-tied Tango.
I still remember all the bloopers reels from all the previous TROOPcasts, and a good, in my memory, of course, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but a good half of them was just me just sort of babbling at my mic. Not at all. It's just
You have to remember the ones where I was coughing and choking and hacking too. So
yeah, but yeah. Take the good and the bad.
Exactly, and the ugly, because you have me.
We all are gamers, so.
True.
Joking.
Does mean I can still eat my chips and you're just gonna edit it out?
Please no.
Okay, so to get back on topic, hopefully I can successfully spearhead the sort of CT company to the clan. I'm going to attempt to properly and efficiently help out all the people with aspirations to go competitive that join up in the clan. As both a blessing and a curse, 343 has thus delivered the Halo Master Chief collection. I'm just going to keep going. To hell with it. Am I allowed to say hell?
Yes.
Just gonna power on through it. We've
Go
thus
for it.
delivered said collection to us. Being a blessing for obvious reasons, being a curse because I once again have to relearn my old control schemes.
Isn't that wonderful though? Because it's a refresher.
It's
Kind
a
of
refresher.
feels like playing a new game all over again.
Are you kidding? I went from playing the beta to playing Halo 2 Legendary Campaign, and I have never been so like frustrated with my own fingers ever. The purpose of of this our sort of competitive training company, which has yet to be named, has been to sort of introduce people to a competitive side of gaming, to sort of put in some good habits, good practices, get the basics down, get proper communication down, and learn the basic strategies of the game. My hope is to implement a 3-tier system in which I don't know, people who have an interest coming in will first go through sort of the basic tier where you learn the basics of all basics, being movements, being callouts, being steady shooting, adjusting their sensitivity to properly suit their gameplay, what position is best suited
all
for
that stuff for sure. Definitely need help with that.
followed by the second tier, which would consist of your basic call-out systems, your basic plays, how to properly coordinate a team. As an example, you could practice, say, your typical swap out, where one team member spearheads the whole operation while 3 tail behind. When shields drop, the lead drops back behind and forms a diamond, not a triangle. I know my shapes. And cruises on down the middle. And our third tier, which I would like to implement, is not necessarily training. It would be more of your basic application of all the skills that you'd learn. I would hope that it would primarily consist of 4v4s, all organized within the clan itself. However, if we're ever shorthanded, I would definitely take it to the Halo Championship Series playlist, solely for, I don't know, getting adjusted to the game and kind of making a name for ourselves. The reason I say the Halo Championship Series is the Halo 2 Anniversary playlist being a ranked playlist. It's fun and all, but it's very inconsistent. And while sometimes you do learn from your mistakes, there are on occasion times where you lose and there was really nothing you could have done, and there's very little you can learn. Few and far between, but nevertheless, it's still there.
Agreed.
As sort of a last touch to what is the beginning of sort of our CT company, I'd like to really enforce upon everyone that we need to follow the chain of command. Not that we ever had an issue with that in previous times, but we had an issue with sort of, for lack of better terms, respecting your elders, meaning not pointing any fingers or saying any names because there's too many to point and too many to name.
Exactly.
But there was way too many times where we had a recruit that just jumped in and he became a private. He's all pumped and he's talking smack. And to people who have been here a long time and who have earned their place and have proven themselves worthy, it's really disrespectful. Not to say that we shouldn't have fun. You definitely get a bearing for everyone's sense of humor and all that, but I reinforce this time a sense of respect and maybe not politeness is not quite the word I'm looking for, but I assume that
Be aware of who you're talking to, and you should be aware of yourself, really.
Yeah,
Well, it's more of a sense of camaraderie also. I mean, you're not going to sit here and disrespect. If you were in a real military and even if you were really good friends with your CO, you wouldn't sit there and disrespect him in front of your fellow squad mates.
exactly.
I mean, that wouldn't fly. And no offense, it won't here either. I agree, Tango. I got your back on that 100%.
As far as my wrap up for the side of the clan, myself as well as Trek, as well as Guymer, as well as Cloud, as well as Redemption, and I'm sure everyone else that's going to come in here, we would eventually like to have championship series where we could possibly compete, we could make a name for ourselves. I know me and Trek have had long conversations of the whole crew of us walking into Comic-Con wearing our Troops of UNSC t-shirts, and everyone's gasping like, "Oh my God, it's that professional team!" As
Yep.
fanboy as that sound, it would be a great reality. but it's a ways away.
That it is. But it's what it comes down to is if we have the people, it is a possibility.
Definitely.
Yeah, even if I'm not part of the pro team, I would definitely like to be a part of that group.
Oh, absolutely. I think anybody who should be a part of that group. Just
Yeah, I just want to be like, yeah, I know those guys.
exactly.
As far as that goes for my sort of competitive side, if you have any questions, concerns, hang out, shoot me a message somehow. I'm around.
Of course you are. We all
There's
are.
going to be sort of how to get a hold of me information. That's a quote, or no, not a quote. That's a thing.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's
That's
definitely a thing. It's a thing.
It'll be in the description of the video, I'm assuming, from Trek.
It's not just going to be in the description. It's also going to be in the credits.
Oh, perfect.
And by the end of the 18th and the 19th and the 20th, it should also be on the website appropriately.
All right. Well, from here, I can pass it off to, our senior officer, Trekman here.
All right. As everybody knows, there are still a lot of Xbox 360s out there. There is still a lot of people who play Halo Reach. There's still a lot of people who play Halo 4. A lot of people who play the original Halo 3 on the Xbox 360. On top of that, there are still a lot of people who bought the Xbox One and who play the Master Chief Collection. The honest truth is, I got rid of my Xbox 360, and all my old Halo games are sitting in a box that I will be trading in towards Halo 5. So I no longer have an Xbox 360. And seeing as how everybody in this party, with the one exception of UNSC Cloud, which he will be getting his Xbox One come tax time, all of us will be playing on the Xbox One, which means we will all be playing the Master Chief Collection, which means we will also all be playing Halo 5 when it comes out. That being said, this clan is specifically for Xbox One. If someone decides that they want to help us out and create an Xbox 360 version of this clan, they are more than welcome to talk to me, and I will do what I can to support them in that endeavor. But for now, we're going to be focusing on the Master Chief Collection, and for the next 2 weeks, we're going to be focusing on the Halo 5 beta. Now, as far as the Master Chief Collection goes, I do want to say mad props to 343 Industries for somehow managing to get us every game, every map, all together in one collection.
Yeah.
That is a massive endeavor, and they did a phenomenal job with it.
Yeah,
with the
said,
campaigns.
Yeah, well, and I'm glad you said that specifically with the campaigns. I am just gonna say, and I know I've told you this, people have given the multiplayer shit, and I agree with them. It should not have been shipped in that form. However, what they did was unprecedented. I mean,
that is very true. Getting cross game and by all intents and purposes, technically cross-platform game system to work across one Xbox Live system, all integrated, all interactable. It's no surprise to me that there are issues. Because you're talking about Halo 1.
Yeah,
we're not talking about Halo 1 Anniversary. We're talking about Halo 1 maps from the original Halo, which there was no Xbox Live. You had to system link your system to someone else's network.
And for everybody that listens to this that, doesn't know about hardware or software or anything like that, you gotta understand, Halo 1 played on the original Xbox. That hardware and software is like a foreign language to the 360 and all the games that played on the 360. And then
exactly,
Xbox One. Like, to take all of that, and that's why there's no backwards compatibility, because the hardware on the Xbox One is literally a modified PC, whereas the 360 is power PC. It just no communication. They don't know how to talk to each other.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Well, and not only that, but the entire graphics requirements are completely different also.
Yeah.
Not to mention that the game platform that the games themselves were built on are completely... anybody who's played all 4 games knows that Halo 2 doesn't play like Halo 3, and Halo 3 does not play like Halo 4. And anybody who's played Halo 4 knows that Halo 4 does not play like Halo 1. It just does not.
No,
Even the difference between Halo 2 Anniversary and Halo 4 is distinctive.
Well, and I will say this. They do all have their distinctive feel to them, but at the very root, they all feel like a Halo game.
Absolutely.
Like, they did a very good job from Bungie to 343, keeping that aesthetic.
I agree 100%. I think they did a phenomenal job. The one thing, of course, and all being fair, I have to say this because part of this cast is being objective. We can't always be singing 343's praises.
No, of course not.
The Halo 4 multiplayer, when it was released for the Xbox 360, was garbage. They announced, however, ahead of time that it would be a work in progress. They announced that months ahead of the release date, that they are still working on the campaign and the multiplayer was an add-on. We all knew it. We all paid attention to it. 90% of everybody still crybabied about it.
Well, because people are stupid.
Well, I agree. However, with Halo Master Chief Collection and Halo 2 Anniversary, they constantly announced that you will be able to play Halo 2 just as you did on the release day. You plug it in, you turn it on, and you play with your friends. Well, I'm sorry, 343, and I know you've heard this from everybody, from every which direction. I turned on my Halo 2 Anniversary, and I couldn't connect to anyone. Xbox Live was nearly dead. There was so much lag. There was no interface. There was no correction. The only thing I could do was play the campaigns for almost the entire first 2 weeks.
Yeah, there was no, they should have just.
And I'm sorry. I would have been okay if they would have announced we will be working on this for the next 2 months to try to get it worked out because our bench tests weren't enough. But I'm not even sure they did appropriate bench tests. I think they did it all within their confines of their own group, which, I'm sorry, there's not millions of people within 343 or the other 4 companies. There's only maybe a few hundred that would be willing to play. And a few hundred aren't going to overload the servers and crash the network.
Yeah, and I've already noticed some of that with the Halo 5 beta, but I mean, it's to be expected.
Well, the Halo 5 beta can be excused because, of course, it is a beta. Right, it is still a year away from the release date of Halo 5, and I'm actually glad that they're doing this way in advance so they have time to work on it.
I was almost like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you serious? Like, oh my
exactly. Gosh. As far as Master Chief goes, I will say this. Now that the multiplayer is 90% operational, I have been able to find matches fairly quickly, fairly easily. I've been able to pair up and play with my buddies. There hasn't been that much problem within the past week since the latest title update. So I'm actually really glad that I can play it now. But Halo 2 Anniversary, it feels like Halo 2. I remember the first time playing Halo 2 online with everybody that I could, and Halo 2 Anniversary takes me back to that, and so they did an incredible job now the matchmaking is up and running. Mm-hmm. Very well done, 343. I will say this. I love it.
And when I finally actually got a game to play in the Halo 1 multiplayer, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Exactly. Exactly. The whole amazing thing.
I was a little kid. I was a little kid again.
Hey, Guymer, you got anything to add on this? You're being awfully quiet.
Well, I'm a lot younger than everyone else in this party, apart from Tango. He's not white. You just turned 20, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy birthday for the other day, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I completely forgot about that. I sent you a birthday message and everything, but I completely... Usually that's at the beginning of our TROOPcast. Happy birthday to Tango, a.k.a. Ross Dorset, for hitting the big 2-0. It only goes downhill from there. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. 19, 20 is just the teases.
Yeah, you start going downhill from... I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway.
Thank you kindly, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a bit younger than most people here in this Skype call right now. But my first ever Xbox Live experience, ever, was just Halo 3. I mean, I came in a bit later. I know some of you guys are veterans of the franchise. So Halo 3, that was a big thing for me. I was like, wow, you can play online? This is so cool. And then from there, I went on to Halo Reach, and then Halo 4. And now for the first time, I'm going back to these games, Halo 1, Halo 2. It's like, wow. Really? You guys played this when you were kids? This is shit. But why'd you put the new graphics on?
Damn.
Why'd you put the new graphics on, yeah?
Oh, dude, I literally, when I played Halo 2, I probably switched it on and off, as I was playing, the entire time. Every 2 seconds, click, click, click.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah, you get a real feel for the franchise once you play the first 2 games. You can really link it into and get the whole storyline. and the whole franchise becomes this amazing thing, and it suddenly hits you like, wow, Halo is more than a game. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you really don't get that full sense of that until you. And honestly, you could really only have read the first book and be okay. Now, I highly suggest reading the rest of them, and I plan on doing the same. But I've only read the first one. I've read it like 6 or 7 times, I swear. But having that background and then going into the games, you're set. I mean,
It changes the way you play.
it does.
You know, that's something I have to say about Halo 1. You know, the first time it took me almost 2 full days to beat it on Legendary, just because I was being cautious. I was taking my time, you know, and it was nearly a year before I got a hold of the first book, The Fall of Reach by Eric Nyland. When I read that book, that did something. Oh my god. I went through Halo 1 on Legendary solo, but I
Oh
went through
yeah.
that thing and I didn't run through it. No, I cleared the levels, but I did it in under 4 hours. Because when I put down The Fall of Reach and I realized what happened there, and
Oh, I was
spoiler
pissed.
alert, I still have to say that because there's a lot of people that don't read the books. And for those of you who don't read the books, you are complete morons. You need to read the books. So, spoiler alert, finding out that John 117 was the last one of this first initial 70 Spartans that were trained, and that the Covenant killed over half his group. Oh, that made me so pissed. I wanted to
And
kill every single last one of those. Just every
and
single one of them. 343 did a great job with the Master Chief Collection, except for the multiplayer, which is being repaired and fixed. And still, great job, guys. Thanks for bringing them all back. Because, like Guymer said, you never get the scope of it until you play the first two.
Yeah.
And for people who've never played the first two, and who still choose not to play the first two, you guys are ignorant fools, and you need to play the first two and realize what kind of game it is. It's incredible.
Yeah. Seriously
Um,
recommend it.
exactly. And read the books if you haven't yet, because it'll add a completely different level to your story playing, and it'll change your gameplay. Because there's things in some of the novels that actually tell you how to play some of the tricks in the game to get better, at least in the first three, and it works. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Redemption to talk about the Halo 5 beta.
yeah, there's needless to say, there's a lot. First thing off, I'll just start with the weapons. My brother, I confirmed the new light rifle. It has instead of in Halo 4, like most of the other guns, where the sight was kind of like a HUD style ADS. It literally has, when the guns kind of break apart, it does that, but with the sight. So it's kind of really cool. Apparently, it's a 3-shot headshot kill. Overall, all the guns that I've noticed, DMR battle rifle, they kind of seem like they're shaky, like they overcompensate. Like when you're actually firing, it's like it's too much. And I'll get on more of that later. The movement seems it's a little bit sloppy compared to Halo 4. Halo 4 is much more crisp, but again, it's a beta, so I'm not too worried about that. Everything as far as the gameplay goes is pretty solid. Clamber works well. I haven't noticed any bugs in terms of movement and stuff like that, but again, there's a few bugs that we've noticed. A couple of the ones that don't really matter a whole lot. Avatar turns pink, and after the game's over, if you go into that menu where it shows your avatar and you want to see your last game played, the menu that pops up only shows the outline of where the avatar is. Everything outside the avatar is just gone. It doesn't show anything. So that's one big thing. But I guess you mentioned a few things about paper Spartans. Like, did you get killed really easily? The blast radius on the grenades, it just seems like it's too much. I haven't noticed a whole lot about that. I noticed that they are very, very powerful, but I mean, most of the time it's because I get hit with 2 grenades or it just literally hits me in my face. And, well, anybody would die from that.
One thing I have to say about the grenades is I don't like the hit markers placed on the grenades. Like, if you throw a grenade around a corner and you get a hit marker off of it, I don't think those hit markers should exist from the grenades at all. Because otherwise it's just kind of like a signal flare, like, oh, someone's standing around that corner. Well, maybe I should throw another grenade, or maybe I should go around that corner and shoot them. I really don't like that, because if someone's around a corner...
enough, you can see it anyway, so, I mean, they're kind of irrelevant if you can see them on the mini-map.
True, yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, cross-map. I
Oh
just think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of pointless to have them. It just irritates me.
Oh yeah, and then the sniper rifle has a big bug, and I've noticed a couple times a guy would, and apparently there's a problem with the kill cam with the grenade. It only show the camera angle is only on the grenade. It doesn't show you who killed you, how they killed you. You just use the grenade, boom, you're dead. Um, the rifle, even if they shoot you from like a foot or two away, like the reticle's that far from your head, they still kill you. And I haven't played this a whole lot, so I haven't confirmed it for myself, but I've seen it happen to me. In the future, as far as the beta and multiplayer and stuff like that, I do like the fact that just above the map, it does show call signs. So that, I guess that's gonna be easier for us, so we don't have to make new ones. We just kind of go by what 343 has implemented, and I would imagine that those are based off of pro teams that have put their input and stuff like that. So I think we could stick with that and fairly safe.
Yeah, that's one thing that I think is really great. We don't have to come up with our own.
I'm sure a lot of you guys have played Midship. I haven't, so I kind of suck at that one.
Midship is incredibly gorgeous.
It is.
The remake, I think it's called Truth.
Yes, that's the Midship name.
It took a while to get used to, but oh my god!
So I actually I like the remixed version better.
Using clamor on that thing, I can act like a freaking monkey and work myself around the entire map everywhere.
I think it's called Regret. Is that the one that has the outside with the sniper rifle that spawns?
It's the one that's outside. Looks like the ship crashed on a planet, kind of
No,
thing.
that's a remix. I'm talking about the like industrial inside map.
Oh, the industrial inside.
That's Empire.
Empire.
Okay, Empire. Okay, yeah, that one I actually like. I don't know. Maybe I have something with outside maps or something because I liked that one better. I also like the remix Midship better because I don't know. Maybe it's because there's more sight lines. It's outside. There's more. It's just a different layout, and I think I prefer
it's a
it
really
better.
different layout. I will say this: the map known as I just saw that name, Eden, which is literally just the other map, just nighttime. I think it is.
Yeah.
They need to fix the lighting on that. It is so dark that the blue team literally blends into everywhere. You can't kill them until you turn your gamma up and see the difference. It's ridiculous, but that's just a bug. Anyway.
Okay, I guess the outside map is called Regret for the Midship remix.
Yes. The inside map of Midship is called Truth, and it is incredible. And I like it better than Midship. I really do. I honestly do.
Oh, as far as new weapons, I know we talked about the SMG, the assault rifle.
Yes.
Like I said before, I honestly prefer the Halo 4 one better, but it just, like I said, it seems like the gun shakes too damn much when you're firing it. It's like it's too much, like it's doing it too much, like over exaggerating it. And I think I feel the same way with the kickback on the DMR and battle rifle. I think it's just kind of slightly too much. Again, that might just be me, and I haven't played a whole lot of Halo recently. But I love the Hydra weapon. It's amazing. Essentially, it's if you haven't played with it, it's a lock-on weapon. So sort of like the old style rocket launcher. So it only takes a split second or a second at most to. I haven't checked to see if it matters if it's distance or not, or if you can just lock on regardless of distance.
It's regardless of distance, and that lock-on feature will make that one of the most envied weapons in the entire game.
Yeah. It's a total noob tube. I'm going to admit that now. It's a total noob tube.
But it takes 2 full seconds to lock on. So during those 2 seconds while you're trying to lock on, people can get 4 headshots on you if they're careful.
Yeah, you do have to be careful, but if you get good with it, it is a noob tube. Like, it's
yes. Now you can spray shot it like a brute shot if you want to, and that's how it responds. Or you can focus fire it and lock on, and it acts like a rocket launcher. It's insane.
Yeah,
it's a great weapon.
Oh yeah, and like I said, like the first thing, the light rifle, I love the scope. It literally opens up like the gun does, like it should have always done. I can't wait to see the other weapons as well.
Yeah, exactly. The one thing else I have to say about that is the one thing I have noticed is that it does feel the beta does have a more of a pro game style feel to it.
Yeah, definitely more competitive.
And I'm really hoping that they're not trying to cater to the pro gamers with the multiplayer. Because there's going to be a lot of us who are just casual gamers who just like to screw around and have fun.
I think
And
that
that's
they
going to be a
wanted to
turnoff.
prove- I think they just wanted to prove that they were in it in terms of having the availability of having a competitive style play. I mean, again, this is just the initial beta, and I would imagine and hope that there's another beta that has different style. Like they have the Breakout, which is still, yeah, you're right, it's definitely more catered to pro gameplay, but I would imagine that they're still going to have a varied playlist of modes, like big team battles, Slayer, like Team Slayer, Free for All. I think they're still going to have the more traditional style
Oh yeah.
modes, but yeah, I think for just this beta specifically, they're catering to the pro players.
And I can understand them trying to do that. One of the things that I'm just really hoping that it doesn't become like a permanent fixture, just because.
I don't think it will. I don't think because after the debacle that they created with Halo 4,
Yeah.
they can't. Well, and I think you're also right in that sense because they can't really afford to piss off the pro players.
True, they can't afford to leave them in the dust, but they also can't afford to. They have to make a really decent hybrid. So I'm hoping that's what this is. Now I have to be honest. I have fun with the beta. I die a lot. I stream a lot. And if you watch my stream, you'll notice that I die and I suck, but I still have fun getting around and shooting people. And my god, it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy myself.
I definitely, honestly, I think my favorite part about the beta, with the exception of actually killing anybody, is just actually clambering, moving around. I love it.
I love Clamber, man. That's the best thing on the planet.
Booster. Honestly, I honestly like the boosting better, and like
Yeah.
I told you already, the boosting. Oh my gosh, it's like the Halo gods themselves talk to 343 like, yeah, you need to put this in there because like it's like it was always there. But we
Yeah,
just didn't
it
know
really is. Now that I've gotten used to hitting that thruster pack, and I go back and I play Halo 4, I have to make thruster pack my ability. Forget
Yeah.
anything else. I have to have thruster pack because
Oh, I forgot
now I
about
use
that.
it all the time.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work as well, but I mean, I definitely think it's yeah, I can't go back. I can't.
No, there's no going back. Not after this.
Dude, I would love to see how many times I actually use my booster pack in any given round. I probably jump like a fucking jackrabbit.
So yeah, that's kind of our feedback on the Halo 5 beta. I hope we haven't bored anybody to tears with that or anything, and I hope 343 doesn't get pissed at us for pointing out all their failures. We do love the beta, and we appreciate it being so early.
Yeah,
because this is
I mean, it's a tease. That's why I really hope they have a secondary beta because it is.
Yes. If 343 watches this, if anybody from 343 watches this, please give us a secondary beta. Something a little bit more like, I don't know, 6 months from now when the multiplayer is completed and you're working on the campaign still.
Or even if you just want to do typical, month or two out from the actual official release of the game.
Yeah, just to work out the final bugs so we can harass you guys even more. Please, we want a secondary beta. It would be incredible. I would even pay for it.
Just kind of put it in one of your maps that says, "Thanks, Redemption. We appreciate you."
Yeah. Yeah, troops of UNSC or Redemption or Guymer or Trek or Tango. Either way, yeah. So yeah, that's we're gonna go ahead and close out our Halo 5 beta talk right there, just to give everybody more time to play the game. We still have 2 more weeks of the beta, so everybody who doesn't have it, download it, play it, have fun with it. If you still have an Xbox 360, the brand new Xbox 360 or Xbox Ones are now going for $350, and they usually come with a game, and I'm pretty sure you can negotiate which game they come with. You might even be able to swing Halo with it at some point, depending on where you go through. And Chris Billingham is banging on his keyboard, so that's what that pounding is. So yeah, if you don't have an Xbox One, don't have Master Chief Collection, don't have the beta, you fail miserably, but still
don't
pre-order the game.
worry. You
I
still
will say
have
this: there's a lot of
so.
retarded people out there that are gonna constantly say, "Oh, they turned it into Call of Duty." No,
Oh,
they
God,
didn't.
no.
No, they didn't. There is
Yeah,
a
especially
massive, big distinction. I just had a good friend of mine come over tonight and play the beta with me, back and forth. We changed hands on my Xbox, and he goes, "I've been playing Call of Duty all my life," and he goes, "This is not Call of Duty. This is what I remember from Halo." And he hasn't played Halo since Halo 2, and he was playing the beta, and he told me this is Halo. That
Yeah.
says something.
Oh yeah,
So,
I used to be so addicted to Halo, or not Halo, Call of Duty during high school, and yeah, trust me when I say this, it is not the same.
no,
People
it's
can
not.
make the yeah, people compare it a lot to the whole booster packs thing with the new Call of Duty. No, 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 no.
No, to be honest, Call of Duty ripped that off of Halo Reach.
For real.
I mean, Halo Reach had thruster pack. I'm sorry. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3
Although
was out with Reach,
they
and that's where
did
they
it,
swiped it
they
from.
made it different enough where they made it their own, and because they
Yeah,
really built the game around that exoskeleton from the ground up, really, and so it is
but
different
it's still
entirely.
a
But
rip-off of Halo, man.
yeah, no, 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 I know. I'm just saying
A
that was a
couple,
better.
couple last things that I want to mention in this Tripcast before we close it out is if anybody would like to join our clan and or join us in this Tripcast for our next recording, you are more than welcome to. We are fully open to having guests to be a part of us. So anybody sees us, anybody wants to be a guest, shoot, go for it. We want you in
And
here.
we'll make sure that we put links and stuff to our accounts and stuff, especially Twitch, because we're always streaming that stuff.
exactly. Anytime we play, we all stream. So
So if you
you know,
don't have it, can't afford to get Xbox yet, just check
you can
us
always
out on
watch it.
Twitch. Yeah, that's it.
You can always watch us play, and if you watch me play, you'll see how bad I suck.
Yeah, he does. Don't worry, I'm not the best yet. I'm still getting the swing of things, but
You're
that's why
you're
I'm like,
better than me.
yeah, that's why I'm sad because I guarantee you, just when I'm about to get I'm in the zone, I'm like doing well every single game, bit is over, I'm probably gonna cry.
I know, right? That seems to be what happens. Uh, so here we go. For anybody who's new who wants to think about the clan, talk about the clan, be interested in the clan, or just be part of a team, here we go. How can you help? You can help us by inviting more people to the clan, talking to the leadership, going through cams, getting with Guymer, trying to figure out what we're going to do as far as that go. Make suggestions. Right now, we are open to suggestions. If you say expand the clan into other games, that's a no. If you say expand the clan into Xbox 360, you better be prepared to take responsibility for it. Other than that, you can help us out by giving us ideas and helping us carry things forward. We need people to help take on the weight. Tango is in college and has a job. Guymer's in school and has a job. I have 2 jobs and I'm in school.
Same.
Redemption
Not quite that much, but
I has a job and is in school and a fraternity. So we're all pretty much part-time gamers at this point, and running a clan is almost a full-time job for at least 2 people. So if anybody wants to help us out, you're welcome to join. We'll load you up with responsibilities and help you carry forward. Who do you report to? You report to us. All of us. We're all the same rank. You don't have to single me out, single Guymer out. Go to Guymer, go to Tango, go to Redemption, go to Cloud when he gets his Xbox One. Like we said, we're still starting over, so there's not really there's no defined companies yet, but we have ideas of where we want to go. It's just a matter of having the people and the personnel to get there. So again, join us, help us build it. If it doesn't matter how much work we put into it, if nobody comes, it won't get anywhere. So it's all up to you guys as newbies. Also, I will be revamping clan merchandise. Yes, we have clan gear. We can buy t-shirts, dog tags, mugs, stickers, business cards. You name it, we can pretty much put it together. I will have 90% of that revamped and back up on the website by the 20th with our current updated clan logo, which that is all still thanks to Prodigy. I haven't been able to get a hold of him lately, but he did all of those. So if you want to support the clan, buy our merchandise, that'll help us out. Donate to the clan website. We're also open for that and helpful for that. In closing, I want to thank everybody who was here. UNSC Tango, UNSC Guymer, Redemption, and of course me, UNSC Trekman. One final thing to keep in mind. Constant and active communication between you and your commanding officers is vital to you knowing where and when you're needed. So please keep in touch on Xbox, on the website, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere you have access, even by cell phone if all else fails. It is time to go play the fun I love Halo Master Chief Collection and the Halo 5 beta. From all of us at the troops of UNSC, we wish you wonderful gaming. Welcome aboard to those who decide to join. Enjoy Halo all over again with the Master Chief Collection.
And me.
Oh, jeez. All right, guys.
An old lady.
Yeah, I know, right? Anyway. For those of you looking for a place to go, for looking for a clan, join the UNSC today. Find your place, find your home, find your team, fulfill your destiny, and become a Spartan. Thanks a lot.